So who else is propagandizing you and can't pull their heads out of their butts? I was 50-50 on showing you this clip that we're about to show you because, as I mentioned earlier, in 2015, when the Rubin Report officially took off, when I started doing a long-form interview show. So we had left the Young Turks already, where I was doing more of like a View Hot Topics kind of thing, and we started doing the long-form interview. My first sit-down, it was basically 8 years ago this week, if I'm not mistaken. It was I think we did it on September 9th. Today's September 5th. We did it on September 9th, 2015. It was with Sam Harris, a neuroscientist and a mindful meditation expert, I guess you could say, Sam Harris, and he had been an outspoken critic of religion. He was part of the New Atheists, all this, and he was getting involved in politics. He was also very critical of collectivism and a lot of the stuff that was wrong with the left. And okay, that was the first interview that I did. Over the last couple of years, Sam has sort of, we've watched the New Atheist movement fall apart. Sam really kind of went crazy with Trump derangement syndrome. This segment, you know what, I'm going to actually make an official statement. This is the last time we're going to talk about him on the show, because this actually brings me no pleasure. Because Sam and I became friends. He and his wife came over to dinner at our house many, many times. We went out a lot. And watching him kind of go off the deep end. So this is the last time we're going to talk about him on the show. But Sam Harris, who was the reason I'm playing this is because he was one of the thought leaders of what was thought to be the sane left. He went on Russell Brand's podcast. And Russell Brand, I would include in an actual sane left. He may be the only guy left, half a Bill Maher, but Russell Brand has a podcast on Rumble. Sam went on there and they talked about Big Pharma. And listen to Sam, after all of this COVID craziness, all of the lies, all of the money that they made and the immunity that they got from lawsuits and everything else, Sam's still defending Big Pharma.
There's some trade-off between remunerating people for the risks they take and the work they do, and allowing, despite the obvious possibility of weird incentives, allowing for people to get spectacularly wealthy when they get lucky based on their own intelligence. Right? They produce something that's immensely valuable to us, a new antibiotic. And we should let them get rich, right? And if you have an alternative to that, well, by all means, express it. But to my knowledge, we haven't found one.
I would like to express an alternative, but also outline a few things within your hypothesis. No one is conducting that research at Pfizer precisely because it isn't profitable. So this tells us precisely the mentality that governs at Pfizer. And when indeed there is innovation, you might find that it came from BioNTech in Germany, who were funded by the German taxpayers. And you might find that Pfizer's profits were garnered by charging the American taxpayers who paid for that Pfizer apparent Pfizer innovation, but actually a BioNTech innovation anyway.
Look, I really want to give the devil his due on this one. I am all for people getting rich. I love capitalism. And if you bring something to the market, you create an incredible new vaccine that actually works. You create an incredible new glass that holds water in it so people... That guy deserves some cash. I am all for that. The problem is, as Russell is alluding to, the entire system is rigged. You don't want to create a system where Big Pharma is completely unable to be sued if they kill a whole bunch of people, or where they can hide all of their records, or the same people who are supposed to be watching what Big Pharma is doing all end up in the government, or it turns out that the people like Anthony Fauci, who are supposed to protect us from viruses, are also funding things like gain-of-function research in Wuhan labs, et cetera, et cetera.